Farm. Family. Community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells, and welcome to Midwest Farm Weekly. On the show today, kicking off the Christmas tree season for an industry that brings more than $50 million to the state each year. Plus a roadmap for beginning farmers or those looking to diversify. And shopping local while supporting agriculture. We have details on a market hosted at one of our local farms. Your crop report this week shows a drier week across most of the state, allowed for an increase in field work. According to the newest report, corn for grain harvest now 66% complete. Moisture content of corn harvested for grain was 20%. The soybean harvest was 89% complete. That is now running 11 days behind last year. 90% of the winter wheat crop has emerged, 4 days behind last year, but 10 days ahead of average. Fall tillage, 54% complete, which is also 10 days behind last year. Extreme weather, including drought, is once again affecting parts of our nation. Farmers across the South and other areas have seen their crops die because of too much heat and simply not enough rain. That is meaning a smaller harvest that could lead to higher prices at the store. Mark Strassman has this story.
In northeast Louisiana, this row crop harvest peeks through a dust cloud. Soybeans, or as farmer Jack Daly calls them, poverty peas.
This one's got a piece of a bean in it, but they're not what we've been used to.
Over the summer here in Franklin Parish, 27 days of triple-digit heat baked crops. Making matters worse, between mid-July and the end of August, no rain for nearly 6 weeks. Not a drop. Daly's losses about 15% of his average soybean yield per acre.
Another issue for these soybean fields. It never really cooled down at night during the scorcher of a summer. That further stressed these beans, which further stressed these farmers.
Those without field irrigation harvested a near total loss in yield per acre.
Average probably anywhere from 50 to 60 bushels of soybeans a year, and some of them probably didn't harvest 11 bushels.
A fact of farm life from California to Minnesota to Mississippi and farmers like Van Hanserling.
It probably took 2/3 of the cotton crop and probably half of the peanut crop.
His losses alone, about $1.2 million.
It cripples, financially.
Mississippi farmer Pete Rutland says this harvest hurts more than just farmers like him and consumers like us.
It affects everybody when a farmer don't make a crop, from your retail to your equipment dealers. You just keep going.
In this thin fall harvest, farmers feel as though they're getting buried. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Extension, Louisiana.
The latest production and yield estimates from USDA are sending grain markets lower over the past week. The corn crop is coming in around 175 bushels per acre, and that is actually higher than expected. Nationwide corn production for grain forecast to be a record high, 15.2 billion bushels. In Wisconsin, we're seeing numbers that are slightly below those national, with farmers expecting to harvest around 171 bushels per acre. For soybeans in our state, yield is forecast at 49 bushels per acre. That's also an increase from early season predictions. The numbers are still subject to change as there are fields left to be harvested. Local 5 was on hand as Alice in Dairyland officially kicked off Christmas tree season in our state. She visited Krieger Tree Farm in Door County to make the first cut. It's a tradition dating back generations and a chance to highlight our local growers. There are in fact more than 500 Christmas tree farms in Wisconsin. Annually, our state harvests 700,000 Christmas trees during the holiday season, helping families across the U.S. decorate their homes.
They do get sent all over the Midwest, but what's really exciting too about the Christmas tree industry here in Wisconsin is there are so many local tree farms like we're here today where consumers have the ability to support local farmers, support local businesses, and keep the dollars that we invest on Christmas trees or other agricultural products close to home.
This location has a little extra meaning. Door County is preparing to host the 77th annual Alice in Dairyland Finals next May. Each month leading up to that event, the current Alice will visit that region to explore the wide variety of agriculture operations. This tree farm is open from Thanksgiving to December 17th. They offer cut your own trees along with wreaths, porch pots, and kissing balls, even a few pre-cut trees. You can find resources to connect with your local tree farm at the Wisconsin Christmas Tree Producers Association website. Wine and cheese, of course, are two staple Wisconsin products, so how do you go about pairing them? The Farm Wisconsin Discovery Center has an upcoming event to help. You can spend the evening enjoying 4 deliciously paired wines and cheeses. The next session is in December, leading into the holiday season. These pairing classes are led by a Wisconsin licensed cheesemaker.
So here in the state of Wisconsin, in order to make cheese, you have to have a licensed cheesemaker on site, which makes our cheese really spectacular because there's always somebody that is really knowledgeable that's behind the scenes making your cheese. So a really simple way to start off your wine and cheese pairings is looking at the strength of both the cheese and the wine. Okay. We don't want a really strong cheese, think blue cheese, gorgonzola, with a really sweet, light, airy wine. We want to make sure that the taste levels match each other.
Would you put that with like a cab?
Right.
That's
yes.
like what goes well with my brain.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
A strong, robust red, a strong, robust cheese are going to pair nicely together. So, just a simple rule of thumb: if you're looking to host people this upcoming holiday season, stick with cheeses and wines that have similar levels of intensity.
The Farm Wisconsin Discovery Center is located in Manitowoc, just off of I-43. Head to their website to sign up. Still to come, a roadmap for new farmers as a growing number of people look to join the industry. More first-generation farmers are entering the industry, and there is a new roadmap to set them up for success. Dan Bauer is the program supervisor for the Wisconsin Farm Center. Good morning to you, Dan.
Morning to you, Melaine. I'm so pleased to be here.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us. Talk a little bit about this new resource and why your team felt like this was something that was very relevant.
Yeah, so I'm so happy to make the trip up to Green Bay today to spend this time with you to introduce the Wisconsin Beginning Farmer Resource Guide. And this is a project that the team that was working on this was really working on this for over a year. A lot of thought, a lot of planning went into this. And the origin of the idea is about a year and a half ago, representative from USDA's Farm Service Agency in Wisconsin came to us here at the Department of Agriculture. And we were just talking, and we're like, we get all these inquiries about how do I start a farm? Wouldn't it be cool if we had a tool to send them so everybody was consistent in their messaging, people were getting the same kinds of advice, and people could learn a lot together all at once. And that's really the origin of this project.
Talk about the need for that. We are finding more people are interested in becoming farmers, but they don't necessarily have access to the land. Maybe they're smaller, maybe they're urban farmers. You really want to help get all of these operations off the ground.
Yeah, and you hit it on the head there with that, Melaine. I would say, starting any new business is challenging, but that is especially true in farming. Farming is capital intense. It's not easy even to access markets. We have lots of volatility in farming. You have changing input costs, changing output costs. So there's just so much to learn. There's a big, big learning curve in farming. And that's why the team that worked on this project just thought it was so important to get all these resources, get all these references in one place.
But it's also a group of people who are very willing to help. At least that's what I have experienced. You have an entire page of networking there. There are some incredible groups in our state dedicated to really helping farmers succeed.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of what we found when we started to talk about this project. To get the project going, we started to convene monthly with several agencies from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So FSA was involved, the National Resource Conservation Service was involved, the Risk Management Agency, and also Rural Development. Wow. And then we also brought in our partners from the University of Wisconsin's Division of Extension. And as we were having these monthly meetings, Melaine, what we found is, like you said, there's lots of organizations that are willing to mentor beginning farmers, give advice. Think about Farm Bureau, think about Wisconsin Farmers Union, think about Marble Seed, the Wisconsin Farmer Veteran Coalition. There's all these organizations that are trying to do good work, and the biggest challenge is how do we connect them with the people who want to farm.
In addition to new farmers, people who are entering the industry, what about somebody who is maybe taking over a family business, stepping into that leadership role? I'm sure there's tips in here for them too.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we really tried to do, and you can kind of see it on this back page, is we tried to design a roadmap for how to approach a new farm. And if you don't mind, why don't I just walk you through those stages real briefly. You know, it starts with brainstorming. You got to have an idea. The next is learning. You have to be educated about that business you're trying to take over. The next is planning. You got to have a solid business plan. And then funding. If you're a new business, you need the money to buy the land, buy the equipment. And then also a step that we call forming. This is getting the appropriate insurance, getting your risk management strategies in place, just setting yourself up as a real business. Then obviously you need to operate your farm. And then also, like you brought up, and I'm so glad you did, you got to network. You got to meet people. You got to converse with people who have solved some of the challenges you'll run into and have taken advantage of some of the opportunities you're wanting to leverage.
Talk about how people can get their hands on this. Certainly we can download it very easily online.
Yeah, great question. So there are printed copies, and you can get printed copies by calling us at the DADCAP Farm Center. That number is 1-800-942-2474. Additionally, you could contact your local FSA office. Also, we've got an online version of this in PDF form, really easy to scan through. It's got live links so you can go to the different references. There's nearly 50 references and resources in this guide. And again, on the PDF version, it's all live links so you can just go from reference to reference depending on what you're interested in. So again, you can get printed copies by request, or you can find the online version at our Farm Center website, or just by typing Wisconsin Beginning Farmer Resource Guide into your internet browser of choice.
Well, this is one map I'm going to be excited to follow, whether you are new to the industry or you're looking to diversify. They really have some great tips for you in here. Congratulations on helping to invite more people into the industry.
Yeah, and thanks so much for promoting it. We think it's a great tool, we're proud of it, and we really hope it adds a lot of value for people.
Well, I know they weren't making hay when the sun was shining this week, Alexis, but farmers were getting a lot accomplished.
Well, good. That's good because it has been a very dry week. We haven't seen any rain actually for this entire week. Lots of sunshine, fairly nice November week, but as of November 1st, we are about 2.5 inches below where we should be for precipitation for the time of the month here in Green Bay. Further still south and west you go, places in northeastern Iowa are in an extreme to severe to even exceptional drought in some areas, but we haven't seen a drop of rain for this entire week, for this entire season so far. So from January 1st until now, this number still sits at 26.11 inches of rainfall for the entire year of rain. Now, for average, we are just under it by about 2 inches. So not too bad for the entire year, but in the year of 2022, we saw well above average rainfall at just over 31 inches. Now, it's about that time when we typically see our first snowfall come through. We should see our first least 1 inch of snow, measurable snowfall come through right around now for here in Green Bay. Later in the month for Manitowoc, and we should have seen it already in Shawano. Measurable snowfall comes through in the mid to end of month of November. It looks like we're going to see some of that snowfall come through within the next 10 days or so. Light snow is predicted across most of the state of Wisconsin throughout the next week and a half, and then more snow will come through the further north you go towards the upper peninsula of Michigan. Looks like we'll see quite a bit of rain too as well. Could accumulate anywhere from about a half up to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain for most of the northern Midwest throughout the next week and a half as well. But that warming trend that we saw is coming to an end. 52 for your Saturday, still mild on Sunday and into Monday, cooler on Tuesday, and then there's your holiday. Thanksgiving high looks to only be at 28 degrees. We will be well below average for the next week and a half. Warmer air off to our west. We stay cool for most of north and east of America, and we also stay slightly below average for precipitation for the next week and a half as well. Looks like we'll see some rain, but still below average. More above normal precipitation amounts further to our west and further to our south. So heading into the end of November, our temperatures will generally sit below average, and precipitation will generally sit below average as well. Stay with us. More ag news coming up after the break.
Welcome back to Midwest Farm. Portage County is home to a 6th-generation family-run farm, Feltz Farm. It's now owned by Jake and Jared Feltz. The farm has been a part of their family for over 100 years. It has an abundant amount of history that really makes this uniquely Wisconsin.
Farming is one of those things where it's in, especially Wisconsin's history, and it's in Wisconsin's blood to see cows and farms. We're part of this great state, this community, and I'm really proud to be you know, a Wisconsin dairy farmer, I knew that when I went off to school, it didn't take very long to know that this is what I wanted to do and come back to do.
It's not a job for us, it's a lifestyle. And we try to do the best job we can.
People have just really supported us through it all, and I don't think we could be more grateful for where we live.
We all need each other in the community, and agriculture is all intertwined. So yeah, I appreciate living in a smaller town very much.
It's very rewarding, especially when things are going well and you succeed, to get to do that with your family. For me, a lot of us were kind of introverts, so you never really have time away from each other. You're always together.
I mean, it's cliche to say, oh, working with family, you know, it's great, you know, with a wink.
I like working with my kids and with my family.
Everyone's got the same goals. We're all focused on the same thing. I think it's a really personal place. You know, you work directly with the people who are working for something that'll hopefully last to the future and the next generation. I think that's a really cool part of what we do.
If shopping local is at the top of your holiday list, you will want to get this event on your calendar. Ruth is joining me from Whitetail Valley Beef so that you all can have yourself a dairy little Christmas. I mean, the sweatshirt alone, that is so cute.
Yeah, thank you.
Introduce us to your operation, first of all, which is where this market is happening.
Okay, so we have a dairy farm, Whitetail Valley Dairy, just a little bit west of Waupaca. And about 4 years ago, we started raising Angus Holstein cross beef. And then we opened a little beef store. So we have this beef store, and immediately that year, like 6 weeks after we opened the store, my daughter and I decided, let's have this little Christmas thing.
Yeah,
so.
a little vendor market.
Yeah.
So supporting local, kind of the name of the game. Let's start with the beef products. So if you need to stock up ahead of the holidays, you have a lot of choices.
We will be fully stocked next week at our event. Yeah, we've got all kinds of choices. We've got everything from steaks to just your regular ground beef. We've got all kinds of snack options with the beef sticks. We've got, you know, the pre-made burger patties. We pretty much have anything that you would want.
And I'm telling you right now, I'd love to find a cooler full of this underneath my Christmas tree. This makes a really thoughtful gift.
It does. And we also have gift cards. And, you know, so like if you have those adult children that you don't know what to get gifts for, you know, you can get a gift card. They can use it later, or you can get them a cooler beef. I'm happy to put together boxes for people.
Nice.
You know, I like doing that. So
everyone in our studio has touched this blanket because you just can't keep your hands off of it. Talk us through some of the great local makers that you're featuring.
So so the blanket to start with is made by one of my friends. She and her friend own Barnwood Farms out in King, Wisconsin, and she makes many of these blankets. They're not all Santa ones, but I thought that for today that was the one to bring. Yeah, so we've got those. We are very big at our Christmas market. We really want to, you know, encourage people to bring their pets because we love our pets and, you know, we love our German Shepherds. So we've got someone with some pet supplies. We've got fresh greens that will be, we've got a couple of people bringing those. So we've got the kissing balls and, you know, the porch pots, all that kind of stuff. We also are selling fresh Christmas trees.
This is truly one-stop shopping.
Yeah.
And on the board over here, first of all, the board itself is, that's a statement piece. I've never seen a double-decker
It's very cool. This is new. This is made by my cousin, actually, and her husband, D&H Creations, out of Dale, Wisconsin. So we've got that. They'll have many different options of those. We've got some Amish candy on here, so you don't have to do your own, you know, holiday baking. We've got some soaps that are made by my neighbor. So we've got activities going on.
Okay, we saw photos with Santa too. This has become a tradition at your place.
Yeah, it sure has. Yeah, it sure has. So Santa comes. We've got, you know, the kids will be there. They can visit with Santa. We've got someone sponsoring cookies and milk with Santa this year.
Oh, wow.
So they can, you know, sit down and, you know, see how many cookies Santa can actually have. We've got wagon rides, horse-drawn wagon rides. And let's see, there's other kids' activities, coloring. We always have one of my friends, Missy Middle from Waupaca. She made us cards, and we have the kids color cards, and then we give them to the Veterans Home in Waupaca.
Talk about, as a farmer, why is it important to connect with your community and be a part of it and events like this?
Exactly. You know, I think that it's as farmers, it's our responsibility to get the word out there and let people know what the egg industry is all about. And if we invite them out to our place and they get to see, you know, some of the things that we make and where their actual beef or, you know, cheeses or milk, everything's coming from, you know, that helps them because because people don't realize that as much as they used to. So I just think it's important for us to be willing to teach them and invite them out to our place.
And interesting to see the finished product of some of our favorite things. There's soy wax candles.
Yes,
We're
yep.
using goat milk in the soap. Really kind of the end result.
Yes, exactly. And a little bit of everything. Yeah. You know, we like to support everyone, you know, support all our local friends and all kinds of things. So yeah, we even have they even made a special candle. It's called the Whitetail Valley Christmas.
And you better believe it smells fantastic. But you can check it out for yourself in person. Make sure you head to the market November 25th at Whitetail Valley Beef. They are located in Wapaka. We'll have an address and a link for you on our website as well. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. And yeah, it's been great.